Hey guys, welcome to your Daily Smash for Monday, September 9th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
It's 9/9.
9/9?
9/9.
Niner?
That's today's date.
9/9?
9/9.
Could you? That'd be cool to be born 9/9 of 09.
99.
999.
I've been waiting so long.
Who sings that?
Toto.
Let's keep it that way.
How do I always fall for that? So we just came back from the beach. We had a wonderful late afternoon siesta. We just we brought our beach chairs. We hung out. We got some pictures. Mm-hmm. And you did an Instagram live. And
everyone was like, "Are you high?" I'm like, "No."
But we did have a little wine.
Yeah.
Maybe a slight bit tipsy, but we're not drunk. Someone said, "Why would you let Kelly do the show when she's drunk? Obviously drunk." I'm like,
I'm not drunk.
First
okay?
of all,
first and foremost.
First of all, she wasn't then, and she's not now. Second of all, she's definitely entertaining when she has a sip or two.
I had a chronic taco and my smoothie all day today. I had one glass of wine and was like, woo!
So then she's doing her Instagram live, and she's like, look at that girl. She's staring at me. That girl's staring at me. Walking back and forth on the dock.
On the dock, staring at me like this. It was like kind of creepy, right? Like last night, he creeped me out.
Yeah.
I have my Uncle Tony's ashes here, right? In Julie's room. And
wait, hold on. Finish the story. Someone was there doing your Instagram live.
Yeah, but I've been scared. Like I feel like I got some kind of like ghost like around me.
But it turned out.
But you know, like when you see little kids
it
scare me.
It was a friend of yours who just happened to be walking.
She's staring at me like this while I'm doing my Instagram, and I could feel like someone's staring at me, and she's like this, staring like this across on the dock.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? And then I'm like, look at, she's staring at me, and she's like laughing and like going, maybe she's watching my Instagram
I
live.
figured that out real quick. I was like, oh, she must be watching.
Yeah, she must be.
But then it turned out it was a friend of yours.
It was my friend Lori. I didn't recognize her.
Okay,
at all.
so the
I
ashes.
thought it was a little kid across the way from me.
Yeah, I only interrupted because I wanted you to finish one story before you went to the next one, the ashes story.
So last night, Rick's sick. I'm completely fine. I'm getting up, I'm making him tea, I'm getting everything situated in the house, locking the doors, turning off all the lights, and I close Julie's door, make sure everything is fine, right?
Yeah.
I wake up in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I get up and I go to the restroom, and I see a light on where my uncle's ashes are. And I see the door opened.
The room down the hall. Jolie's old room.
I see the door open with the light on. I go like this. I'm like, wait, I know I closed that door. And I know for a fact that I turned off all the lights before I went to bed. I'm like, it's my Uncle Tony in the making, in there, turning the light on, opening up the door. Like, freaking me out.
It was me. Earlier in the night, I got up to go to the bathroom. Kelly was already in the bathroom. So I went to Jolie's room and used the bathroom, and I guess I left the light on and the door open, and I came back to bed.
What is this, Motel 6, leaving the light on? Like, what is this?
It was me.
Seriously.
It wasn't the ghost of Uncle Tony's dad.
I got to get those, it's freaking me out. I got to get those ashes into a proper...
Okay.
Like, this is... Actually, that's so rude that he dropped his dad's
Without
ashes.
asking, just left them in our front room. He's like, don't put them in the garage. I was like, I wasn't going to put them in the garage. I don't necessarily want them sitting right there when you walk in the front door. I don't know. So we did our interview with Jim Bellino on Friday night. It's on our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon.com. 35 minutes of pretty interesting stuff from Jim. First interview he's done since his ex-wife Alexis got engaged to John Jansen. It's on our Rick and Kelly show. And there was a lot of interesting reactions to the interview.
We got polarizing stuff.
a lot of people said that they really liked him and they thought he got a bad edit on The Housewives because he comes across so much better when we talk to him. And then others were like, he's an arrogant prick. I mean, everyone could be both, right? We all have our good
Can you
side,
be an arrogant prick?
Me?
Yes, you can.
Arrogant?
Yeah, you can be from
Whoa.
time to time. You can hold your ground. You can be. If someone's mean to you, you can hold your own.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Well, I guess you can be too,
that goes without saying.
right? I mean, tough skin. Built tough. He's built tough. Mm-hmm. But he's a smart guy and a sharp guy. And we really enjoyed it. There was some good stuff in there.
I had him on my Zoom on Patreon. Like I do a Zoom every Sunday at 10 a.m.
For our VIP and party patrons on the Rick and Kelly Show. An hour long plus. You were on for like an hour and a half this morning on Sunday morning.
We can talk with. I've become friends with these people on Patreon. Like I have this group, and we're on every morning, and I actually love it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like I look forward to it. Actually,
Yeah.
like I absolutely love talking to every single person. I hate when people don't speak up, when they don't talk.
Yeah.
Because I want everybody to have a voice, and I want everyone to talk, but a lot of people don't mind. Like they just like listening, and it's hard for me to like direct people.
I usually
sometimes.
do that. Today I wasn't doing it because I was sick. I stayed in bed, but normally I'm like the traffic cop, and I'll call in different people, and I'll keep it.
But
running.
we all know where everybody lives. We know everyone's name. It's like we all just are. It's a great bond. I absolutely love everybody on. Like, I love everyone.
And today we invited Jim Bellino to join the Zoom, and he did. And so he was answering questions from our viewers, our patrons. That was cool,
Yeah, he
right?
sat there. He stood there and he talked. And
I recorded some of it just to show.
That's why I did the interview with you guys, because I'm all about fair.
Yeah, I want to go back out to that house. That house is badass.
Thank you.
That water just rolling up on the beach behind you was gorgeous.
Yes. To show
and
people.
When he got off, everyone was like, he's really normal. Like he's really cool. He's really normal.
This week we're going to have Blake Reynolds on our Rick and Kelly show. He's the star of Raising Reynolds, which is a new show on the We the Studios streaming network. And we have
I love this network.
Yeah.
Because it's a non-woke network. Right? So if you have different, like, if you differ from opinions from everybody, usually those people fire you, or you can't have a say. You have to be quiet. You have to be like the silent majority of whatever. In the movies or whatever you're in, you can't say how you feel if it's oppositional. If you say you're liberal and you say that you're these things, then you're on, right? So I love this about We the People Network.
It's also family friendly. It's all original programming. And there are a lot of social media stars who they're getting their own shows. Either they've started already or they're about to. And the subscription is $17.76 for the rest of the year. Just go to wethepeople.com/Rick and Kelly, and you can sign up and become one of the charter members of this new streaming network, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and Eric, that's my brother. Rick is
executive producer of Raising Reynolds.
My name's Blake Reynolds. Check out my series, Raising Reynolds, only available on We the Studios, executive produced by our favorite Rick Leventhal.
Kind of exciting. We also watched The Perfect Couple on Netflix. Speaking of streaming networks,
I am in love with Nicole Kidman.
She's a terrific actress.
I find her.
What about Liev Schreiber?
Oh, he's hot. Oof. I mean, he's a little chunky right now for my liking. He could shed a few pounds.
Who's hotter, him or me?
You.
Oh yeah.
You got a better body.
Thank you.
But he is sexy, like he is. But he's a little bloated for my liking.
But you found the show to be slow?
I called it. I knew exactly who the killer was.
Don't say who it is. Don't spoil it. The people may not have seen the whole thing.
Did I not call it?
You did. Kelly called it. And I thought I had it from the very beginning. I called some of the plot points as they developed, but I was wrong on who did it. And you keep thinking, and then they keep eliminating, suspects along the way.
Eliminating?
Yeah. I was hoping you wouldn't catch that. I couldn't even do that again if I tried.
How was that one glass of wine?
The glass of wine was this big.
Eliminating?
Yes, that. So Kelly figured it out. It's 6 parts. I would say it's worth watching. Great acting.
It is.
It's beautifully shot.
Nantucket.
Yeah, it is slow though. It's more slow when you try to watch the whole thing in one night. We watched the whole thing in one weekend.
It was a little slow for me. That could have been cut into 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Or 4. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, or 4.
3.
Okay.
It was too long. It went on forever. It was like when you read a book.
Almost like
it's like reading a book, and you're like, okay, and then you kind of flip to like the end.
Get to the
so irritating.
Yeah.
It's like that.
And they almost had some gratuitous scenes just to fill time. It felt like some of it. But I would recommend it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best.
I say 7.5. It was.
Yeah, 8. I'm good with an 8.
It was entertaining.
My daughter Shoshana is at the house in West Hampton right now with a bunch of her friends, enjoying it while she can.
I loved when Shoshana, we told her that we were selling the house a couple years back. She goes, well, most families have family. See, that's shaking right now. Swear to God, that was shaking.
The pocket door?
That pocket door was shaking back and forth.
Maybe there is a ghost.
I'm telling you, right now.
Oh my God.
There is a ghost in this house.
Okay, you're freaking me out a little bit.
I'm telling you guys. I am telling you. You guys saw it right now. Go back and see how that shook back and forth. There is a ghost in this house.
Maybe it was an earthquake.
I loved when Shoshana, we told her that we were selling the house a couple years back. She goes, well, most families have family. See, that's shaking. Most families have family. I don't think we had a minor earthquake. I'm telling you guys, there is some spirit. There is some spirit in this house. Oh my God.
Where are you going? Oh. Are you going to exercise this place? Look at you.
Hail Mary.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you right now, there is a weird spiritual thing happening here. Okay? And you guys saw it. You guys saw it.
Someone said, did you find a house today? And we actually are putting an offer in on a house.
Yeah, well, somebody died in it.
Don't say that.
They did.
Died peacefully. It wasn't a murder.
My baby Jesus head fell off of.
Oh.
I'm telling you right now, there is some freaky deaky stuff in this house.
Well,
we gotta get out of here.
Won't be here forever. So, earlier today, Kelly and I were in the car, and there was a moment where, things got a little tense, not going to lie. A little tense between us.
Well, he was sick. You know when you're sick and everything kind of like, you're like, all of a sudden you get irritated?
I was fine
I understand.
A while.
Okay, I get it. I was sick.
Yeah.
When you're sick, little things irritate you, and then you hit a wall, and you're like, I'm tired, or like when you're like exhausted.
Because we've been running errands for like 3 hours, like driving around, looking at houses and running around. And finally I was like, okay, I'm ready to go home now.
Yeah.
I hit a wall. I'm ready to go home. So we get in the truck and we're about to go home. And she goes, go left here and go across the street and then go over there. And I was just like, and I go that way. And I'm like, because I was about to get on the back way home. And now I'm in traffic. And it was like, I wanted to go home. And that's when we got
into it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fine, let's let's go home. Let's go home. We're fighting, right? And he's like, so I'm quiet. I'm like this in the car, and I'm just quiet. I'm not saying a word. He's like, can you be nice to me? Can you say something sick. Like, I'm sick? Can you just say, can you say something nice to me? And I said, did you know that eagles, bald eagles, like, you know, the American flag, that eagle, like the bird, not the eagle,
not the band,
not the football,
or the football team.
They go through a traumatic, painful experience when they hit middle age. He goes, really?
A painful transformation, I think is how you put it.
That's what I said.
So I was like, I
said.
Wait, what? He goes, perfect icebreaker. All of a sudden, we're talking about eagles plucking out their own feathers and knocking their beaks off. You got to watch this video as soon as we got home.
Rick goes, wait, that is so odd that you brought up an eagle. It was like...
I never heard this in my life. Watch this video.
Eagles can live up to 70 years because they are mentally strong. After 40 years, every eagle has to make a difficult decision. Its claws are no longer sharp enough to hunt. Its beak becomes bent and blunt, and its feathers become thick. The eagle has two options. Either it dies, or it goes through a painful change. This painful change is that the eagle must go to the mountain and crush its beak on a rock until it falls out. When the old beak falls out, a new beak grows in. With the new beak, the eagle rips out its claws, and new ones grow in. Then the eagle plucks out its feathers, and new ones grow in. This painful journey lasts 150 days, but after doing this, the eagle gets a new life. Sometimes we need to get rid of our old self in order for a new and better version to emerge.
See, now we're an educational program. We actually inform people as well as entertain.
How do we know this isn't AI, some bullshit? Like, how do we know that this is for real?
I could do my research and confirm it.
We don't know. I found this fascinating, and I thought I would bring up something odd, but yet
distract and change the subject.
Yes.
Really well done.
Thank you.
So earlier on Sunday, Miami wide receiver Tyree Hill, who used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs, was driving to Dolphins Stadium for their game Sunday. And I guess he was being reckless, driving fast, according to the cops, and they pulled him over. And I guess he was talking back. And so this one cop wasn't having it, pulls him out of the car and handcuffs him and put him face down on the street. And they're like basically across the street from the stadium. This is a pro football player on his way to the game. And other players are stopping him like, hey, what's going on with my buddy here? He's my teammate. And eventually the cop relented and unhandcuffed him and let him.
Boy, was he being a punk?
I don't know all the details. He probably was.
Or was a cop being a dick? Because they can be, okay? I love police officers.
Yeah, me too.
I appreciate them. But this one guy in Laguna Beach pulled me over, like at midnight, wasn't drinking any alcohol, pulled me over and said to me, he's like, I had an Arizona driver's license. He's like, what do you have an Arizona driver's license? I go, I have both. I owned a home in Arizona. And this was when I was married to Michael. And he goes, your driver's license isn't like valid or whatever. And you need to go to Arizona and do this stuff. You know, I had to get my mom, I had to get everybody, Jolie, we all had to go to Arizona. And they're like, the cop lied. Like, he F with me.
In Arizona, you get a driver's license. It's good for 40 years, or at least it was. Like
25 years. You know, my driver's license, our driver's license next year is up.
We have to renew it?
Yeah.
So, we were talking about Tyree Hill. They let him go. He goes to the game. He catches 8 catches, 130 yards, an 80-yard catch, and a touchdown. He went off in the Dolphins game.
So, he got the spark plug, just like lit his butt.
Some motivation?
I mean,
he's a good player.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been in some trouble before, though. This isn't his first...
rodeo?
Yeah. Let's do an In the News and get out of here.
In the news.
Sean Diddy Combs has listed his Beverly Hills mansion for $61 million.
Good. Get out.
Comes as no surprise to insiders. They insist Combs already planned to sell the home before all the recent controversy. This is the house, one of the houses that was raided by Homeland Security as part of an investigation. That was in March.
Wait, was that here in L.A.?
Yes.
Beverly Hills, yes.
And in Miami.
Could you imagine what your taxes must be like? $61 million a year. That must be $600,000 a month.
Well, he bought the estate 10 years ago for $40 million. So it started at $400,000 a year. It's 1%, right? So it'd be $400,000 a year.
That's what I just said.
Well, you said 600.
Well, it was $60 million. Well, it's selling it for $60 million.
It's on 1.3 acres.
I thought that's how much it was. Okay, I can do math.
I know, you're very good at that. 1.3 acres.
Yes.
13,000 square feet of living space. Got a basketball court, spa, outdoor loggia, barbecue, bar, and pizza oven. I mean, that looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
You and I could live there for the low, low price of $61 million.
Well, taxes and insurance on that.
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah.
In the near $600,000.
So it would be a lot
for taxes.
So what you're saying is maybe we can't afford it.
Yeah. I mean to maintain it, to maintain those grounds like that, the electricity. I mean, you got to be like.
That guy he was spending a lot of money, and that wasn't his only house.
Well, that's why you ended up they ended up all broke like Michael Jackson. They spend more than they make.
Well, I'm surprised he hasn't been busted yet. They've been building a case against him since March, and I have a feeling it's coming soon.
Well, you say that a lot about a lot of things, and it doesn't happen.
Oh.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't.
Are you doubting my prognostications now?
Kinda. I'm pretty good at that.
And you're saying I'm not?
Well, you said that Andy Cohen was, if he was in any other network, he would be fired.
Yeah.
And that didn't come true. And
it did not come true.
And I said that would not happen because Andy Cohen is the face of Bravo.
And you were right and I was wrong.
Yeah.
But would you agree there were times when I was right and you were wrong?
No. I'm always right.
Of course you are, honey. And that's our smash for this Monday, 9/9/24.
I'm not always right. I'm just kidding. But happy wife, happy life.
No shit. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.